Hey, what's up, everybody? Shannon Mack here with Just One of That's Baby. Joe the Fan, what record in sports do you think will never be broken?
I think there are a couple. One, of course, in baseball. I watched it on television. I would have loved to have been at the game. I'm talking about Camden Yards. I'm, of course, referring to the Iron Man, Cal Ripken Jr., who has 2,632 starts, or without any issues whatsoever. And my second one would be, I'm going to go a little outfield, a little left field, no pun intended. In the WWF, WWE, Santino, who currently has the record. What are your two?
If I remember correctly, Santino was eliminated by Kane, wasn't he?
Yes, I believe so.
The current mayor of Knoxville County in Tennessee, or whatever he's from, Kentucky, I forget where.
Hey, they become politicians somewhere. Look at Jesse Devine Ventura.
Exactly. I totally agree with you with the Cal Ripken thing. Players just don't play that much anymore, right? They especially when they're making these multi-million dollars, or in Juan Soto's case, almost $1 billion, right?
Exactly.
There's a lot more rest games. If someone has like something hurt, they don't want to play anybody. That record is pretty much set in stone, never going to be broken. I agree with that one, and I remember watching that one on TV as well. I have two as well. I have one also from baseball. I have Rickey Henderson's stolen base record. So Rickey Henderson, right? He stole 1,406 bases in his career.
Ooh.
Right? That is 468 more than who's in second place all time. If you add up the top four players, active players today in steals, they have 1,191 career steals, which is 215 fewer still than Rickey Henderson. That's the four top guys in steals right now in the active in the major leagues. That is seemed crazy, untouchable. Rickey Henderson had a season where he stole 130 bases. That is just ridiculous.
A side note, you brought up the great Rickey Henderson, who recently passed away, I believe last year or a year before. My brother had he used to collect cards. I mean, that was the thing back in the day. Even my father-in-law had a Mickey Mantle. And apparently, according to him, his mom, my I guess because I married my wife, and so it was we called her grandma or grandma, Mima or what have you. And she recently passed away as well. So anyway, she threw him out. He went to school or something, or went into the service, Army, and did his time, and then he came back and like, hey, where the heck am I? We used to keep it in the shoebox, okay, of all these baseball cards. And my brother had the same thing. And I don't know if he still has that Rickey Henderson or not. That would be interesting.
That might be worth a penny nowadays.
It might definitely be worth a penny.
Nice little pretty penny, especially after he passed away. Usually, unfortunately, passed away. But when somebody passes away, especially of that magnitude, their stuff usually increases in value.
Yeah. And I'll tell you this, I found this. I mentioned in a previous video, Pete Rose.
Oh, look at that.
Great Pete Rose right there, my friend.
With the hit number written on it.
With the number written on that. You know exactly what that means. And we talked about that in a previous video where he should be, hey, in my book, first ballot. But who knows?
It should have been first ballot. Yeah. Yep, for sure.
We'll see.
All right, so that was one of mine, was Rickey Henderson. My other one, and I think this one is never going to be touched as well, is Richard Petty in NASCAR has 200 career wins. 200 career wins. That is insane. He also won 7 championships. That's been done twice now. It's been done by Earnhardt and Jimmy Johnson. Right. But just to give you a comparison, Dale Earnhardt has won 7 championships, same as Petty, but he only had, I believe, 79 or 80 wins. So he had, but Richard Petty had 200, dead on 200 career wins. And the reason why for that is they used to race multiple times a week back in the day when NASCAR was first getting started and getting
right.
When Petty was starting out.
Yeah.
And so like they would race on like a Wednesday and then race again on a Friday and then race again on a Sunday. So, right. So it's damn near impossible to beat nowadays. And back then, luckily Petty had a great sponsor. He had STP. And he had the most money put into his car. And back then, whoever had the most money tended to win the most races, right?
Sure. And that was back in the day, I believe, where they were just trying to build their brand.
Mm-hmm.
Get it out there, yeah. And I even remember those STP, what do you call it, commercials. I always liked it. I always liked Richard Petty.
Yeah, the king. The
Yeah.
king. So I looked it up. Earnhardt had 76 career wins, and that's like top 5 all time. But like that just shows to prove to you that like that record of 200 will never be touched, right? I think
Yeah.
they only do like 30 races a year now, so that means like you'd have to win every race for what would that be? 200 divided by 30, whatever that is.
Yeah, but you also have to account for, doesn't that take a toll on your body with you're going that fast with the force? It's gotta take a toll on your body, man. There's no way.
And you have to get lucky. I mean, one blown tire or one guy bumps into you and hit the wall. It's just it's that's a record that'll never be touched. That's up there with me for the Cal Ripken. Both of those will for sure never be touched. I think Ricky Henderson's is safe as well. And Santino, you never know. And WWE pulls out some crazy stuff, but that 3 seconds or 2 or 3 seconds, that's pretty hard to beat.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, what do you guys think is a sports record that will never be broken? Let us know in the comments, and we'll catch you next time. And remember, just win bets, baby.